My name is Jedediah Berry. I graduated from the UMass MFA program in 2007. And I'm going to read two very short stories from the Massachusetts Review. These are both from a series I've been working on for the last few years called The Watchers. They're kind of surrealist spy stories. This first one is called Underground. A stray beam from an enemy broadcast lodged itself in my left eye. I was out for weeks, delirious with false intel. When my new orders finally came, I'd already sleepwalked to the drop-off point in the mountains near Juba. I clocked in, slipped on a fresh pair of glow gloves, and descended into the caves. Out of the dark jogged a soccer team, kicking a ball as they came. One of the players patted me on the back. "Tourist," he said. "Do you want a tour?" My new friend had green glasses. He gestured to side passages as we walked. I saw fires flickering, saw radios on shelves, narrow mattresses, shoeboxes. "Everyone gets their own cubby," he explained. "Almost like America, no?" In one cabin I saw old S reading a paperback by the light of a gas lantern. He'd taught me ciphers in my youth and had a poet's beard. I thought he'd been dead for years. I wanted to ask him what he was reading, but the soccer team was moving too fast. Scattered over the floor of the next cavern were dozens of musical instruments. Horns, shakers, oboes, a kettle drum. "Break time," my friend told me. His teammates sat and started to play, loud and without rhythm. All they knew was soccer. "Football," my friend corrected me. "Yes, football." Had he heard my thoughts, or had I spoken them aloud? He picked up a fiddle and scratched out a wild jig. Just then the earth shook and dust fell from the ceiling of the cave. The missile strikes had resumed. No one else seemed concerned, so I took off, hide glow gloves under my shirt. When I looked back, I saw wings rise from the backs of the men as they played. A trick of the light, maybe, or some new kind of countermeasure. In each of the side passages, a solitary figure paced or sipped from a tin cup or shuffled a deck of cards. I recognized the kid who broken his neck rappelling in the early years of our training. I saw my own cousin, taken by the enemy years ago, welding a metal tree. I saw a bed that looked familiar. Saw beneath the yellow blanket a gently rising, gently falling lump. Heard the unmistakable rumble of my grandfather's snoring. At another cavity I stopped. Her hair up in a bun, E hummed to herself while she tended a mushroom patch. I went in and grabbed her shoulders. She blinked as though I'd woken her. "You aren't supposed to be here," I said. She pulled me deeper into the cave. On the bed were her journals, her tarot cards, the orange-striped shirt she sleeps in. "We've been setting up this sting for years," she told me. "I can't leave until the jaws snap shut." She gestured at her mushrooms. I saw the microphone hidden among them, saw the dictation machine. Some of the mushroom caps were covered in newsprint. She had a plan, but something felt wrong. I tried to pull her out of the cave. "Stop, you'll blow my cover," she said. Another missile strike us. The members of the soccer team were coming. I could hear the ball skidding over stone. "Listen," he said, "you go back. Tell them I'm close. Tell them my report's almost ready. I'll wire for extraction in a month or two." The shadows of the soccer players stretched over the walls, their shadowy wings reaching to the ceiling. I could hear them whistle for me. "Go," she said. I tugged her one more time, then let her hand slip away. The team was close behind. I could hear my friend with the green glass shouting, "Tour's just started! Tourist, come back!" I found a ladder and went topside fast, my ears popping at the ascent. I emerged into someone's basement, climbed the stairs to the kitchen. The house was empty, and outside were fields of daisies. I grabbed the phone and called Central. "Well," G said, all business. "We have an agent down there," I told him. "We have to get her out." "Slow down," he said. "Tell me what happened." "Get a team together. We have to..." "Who?" she said. "Who do we have to go back for?" I opened my mouth to tell him, but I couldn't remember her name. I slammed the phone back on its cradle. I was breathing hard from the climb and from the phone call both. My left hand was still glowing, but the hand on the receiver was bare. The glove must have slipped off while I was with her. So she had it now, and that was something at least. We could use it to trace her, or she could use it to escape. I went to an upstairs bedroom, opened the closet door, and dressed myself in someone else's clothes. I'd forgotten my name too, but I knew where to find others. and this one's called Spook. There's a funeral for an old soldier. I didn't know him. None of my associates knew him. He was high up in the ranks and long in retirement, or more likely working undercover. I might have met him dozens of times and never known who he was. After the funeral, E and I park by the river. She fumbles with my cufflinks. I can't get her tie off. We give up and watch birds fish from the water. The clouds get low. Storm's coming, she says. I don't know anything about my new assignment except that it's mine. I work from decades-old reports, half-remembered rumors, partially cracked codes. A few weeks in Hong Kong leave me hungover and out of identities. I got suspicious signals at a Himalayan shrine, but it's nothing my supervisors can sink their teeth into. In Argentina, I go fishing with G. He baits his line with dice, hooking them through the pits. We catch a model train, a kite shaped like a tiger, my grandfather's old tobacco pipes. This isn't a drill, is it, he asks, but I'm already paddling ashore. I understand now what I'm supposed to be after. The funeral, it was mine all along. They just wanted me to know what it would look like. I take the bus to a town that's 3 blocks wide and surrounded by abandoned cement plants. Lights are on in a few of the houses. I used to live just upriver from here, so I know well enough to keep to the tree line and head for the nearest smokestacks. Inside, the cement plant is a cathedral. The stained glass is broken, but some dusty tourists brought their animals to bless. Dogs bristle, rabbits move mouths, cats jump onto the shoulders of statues. I find the secret panel behind the nave and take the stairs down to the crypt. E is here, waiting for me. I ask her, did they really think this would convince me to retire? She shows me the bones of martyrs from ancient conflicts. The war's been going on for centuries. She says, every time we gain ground, the enemy invents a new kind of terrain. We're trapped in our own puzzle, but at least we're together. Tomorrow, she and I will eat breakfast on a veranda in Kathmandu. In the afternoon, we'll plant tin pan detours around world financial markets. By midnight, we'll have unmasked a ring of Black Ops playboys on a Cairo rooftop. We won't leave footprints. No one will remember us when we're gone. Everything we fight for will last just as long as we're fighting for it.